Hello, everyone. Welcome to this special Zoom interview feature hosted by iSearchPinoy, where we connect you with local Filipino businesses in your area. I am Marianne, and today we have the honor of connecting with the passionate person behind Abakada Clothing, a brand that beautifully celebrates Filipino American culture through streetwear fashion. We're genuinely excited to dive into their inspiring journey and how it resonates with the heart of iSearch Pinoy. So without further ado, let's give a warm welcome to the amazing mind behind Abakada Clothing. Hi, Arvin.
Hi, I'm Arvin. I'm basically the co-owner and creative director of Abakada. So hi, nice meeting
Hi,
you.
thank you so much for being here today. So,
Yes.
Arvin, we're genuinely intrigued to know more about the inspiration behind Abakada Clothing and what motivated you to create a brand that celebrates the Filipino culture.
Before I start, I just want to say thank you for having me in this interview. I just want to share about my clothing brand. And my clothing brand, I started it 2018 with me and Calvin. Um, I've been a big fan of streetwear when I was young, so I think that's what I like got my inspiration. And also I want to make something that could represent the Philippines since I was born and raised in the Philippines. I want to create something that could, bridge the gap between Western culture and Filipino culture. And yeah, basically I just want to make my own clothes.
Yeah, so we've been seeing combinations of cultural elements and modern aesthetics to your designs. And so, what does it mean to you as a Filipino American entrepreneur? And how do you find a balance between the cultural elements and the Western elements and modern aesthetics in your creations?
I think that's like the hardest part of creating our clothes because it's really hard to have something that is not even out there yet, like having mixing Filipino clothing and putting our uh like culture in a piece of clothing. So I want to do something that, a little bit different from
Mhm.
other clothing brand, and I think balancing between like the culture element and like the modern aesthetic, it's a really a delicate process, and you really need to have like extensive research and like really have an eye, like artistic vision to create something that could, have a balance on it. But for me,
Mhm.
I always like draw inspiration from, traditional Filipino patterns, like textiles, symbols, and colors, and then, infuse them into modern fashion trends. And yeah, basically I'm creating pieces that like can be culturally meaningful and also visually appealing to the audience. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually really impressive because you've incorporated elements such as the Philippine eagle,
Yeah.
images of the Nikling, and they also used lace to incorporate or to hint the
Yeah.
barong Tagalog.
Yeah. And at the same
Yeah.
time being authentic, while embracing, because the fashion world is really evolving really fast, so you gotta, adapt
Mhm.
on, yeah.
And in the 4 years of Abacada, you've generated 29,000 followers on Instagram. And you've had customers buy not just from the US, but you also had customers who bought from Australia, Italy, Canada, and many more other countries. So, how do you ensure that your brand resonates with your target audience while also appealing to a broader market?
We always like actively engage with our community. I think that's helped us, reach that like followers, and we always like listen to their feedbacks. Like what I do is I post online, and then like, the stories like do
Mhm.
ask us anything, and then, I listen to them, to our community, and then also I add some of my, you know ideas. And for me, avocado is not just like a clothing. It's about like connecting with my community on a deeper level. And at the same time, we make sure that our products are, really high quality.
Mhm.
And I think and then also we always invite people from other backgrounds, and then we're not really exclusive into like just Filipinos. And yeah, that I think that's like the reason why we're like very different.
Yeah, and as you've mentioned that Abakada is not only about fashion, it's more than that.
Yeah,
So it's not only a brand that offers unique fashion pieces, but also tells stories through your designs. So can you share an example of a design or collection that carries a significant cultural narrative?
I think for me it's this is like our best collections. Like every time we drop this collection, it's always like sold out. It's the Sun and Moon collection. It's all about the Filipino mythology. Every piece that we make, we feature Apolaki and Mayari, the Filipino son of God, and then the moon of the goddess. And I think that's what like really our community really loved that collection.
Yeah, and I also noticed that in your items and collections, you incorporate titles such as there was this one post where you posted something like Liwanagan. And then you
Yeah,
also had the shoe line, which is the
the
Aguila
Aguila
Lows. So I
Lows.
think
Yeah,
it's really cool to see
yeah.
all of that. So as a Filipino American business, what challenges have you faced and how did you overcome them?
One of the challenges is maybe breaking through like the streetwear or like clothing business, since like there I don't know if there's like a Filipino streetwear brand. It's always been like streetwear brand means like Japan, New York, and London. I think that's the hardest part, to have our own niche. But I mean, we're having like a lot of supporters. So, and also when I was starting, it's like the financial for sure, because we're a small business, and I'm still like doing my 9 to 5, and I just push through like doing 9 to 5, and then at night building the brand. So basically, I think that's the challenges that I've encountered.
Yeah, I think it's part of the grind as an entrepreneur that you're trying to balance everything while also doing something you're passionate about. And I think it's really impressive because we've seen one of your posts where Abakad has been involved in one of the streetwear brands. I think it was something from the complex
Yeah,
or
we got
complex, right?
featured
Yeah. Mhm.
Complex, Hype Beast, and it's so like surreal. I don't know. I'm just really happy that they already like they know about us. So yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a really big achievement for you guys. So congratulations. And
Thank you.
then there's even to even think that Hypebeast, Complex, and other magazines in the Philippines have featured you. It means that you're already hitting your target audience and you're finally starting to make a name for Filipino streetwear. So again, congratulations to that.
Thank you.
And we've also seen in the previous collections, you've had several collaborations with different people and different brands, such as the artist Nicole of Solicole. And
Yeah,
correct me
yeah.
if I'm wrong, I think it was with her collaboration that you had the Sun and Moon,
Sun and
correct?
Moon, yep. And
Yeah.
also we
And
had the desserts, the
oh,
buko
yeah.
pandan, ube, and then tataho. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then you also had collaborations with San Juan
Yes, San
and
Juan. Yeah.
the Philippines based brand Line of Seven,
Line
correct?
of Seven, and
Yeah.
also one of the biggest streetwear brand in the Philippines, that Don't Blame the Kids.
Oh yeah, that's
So
awesome.
that's like really big for me, because I've been a really big fan of their
Yeah.
clothing brand when I was in the Philippines, and collaborating with them. It's basically like, right now like Easy Meal and Eminem. So
Mhm.
basically that kind of like story for me.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then we know now that Easy Mill's like making it into the
Yeah.
international arena. So
Yeah.
that's another thing we could be proud of.
Yep.
So with all of these collaborations, can you tell us how any of these collaborations or initiatives have helped Abakada reach a broader audience? And what was it like to market both to the Philippine and US markets with your collab with Line of Seven and Don't Blame the Kids?
Oh, okay. So I think for us, collaboration has been like it's a really good strategy for like small businesses. It could like help you with with the growth of your business. And we've been partnering with a lot of Filipino like artists, mainly like artists that really like supported us because before Solico was really a customer. So they know what's the vision of our brands. They really support your brand, and the collaboration it's so easy to execute. Also, this collaboration like provided us like new audiences, like their audience and then our audiences, you know, and it will like helped us increase our brands like visibility on the market, visibility to like um a lot of Filipino events. They know about Abaca, and they just invited us to their. I think that also helped us. And for the Philippines collaboration, it's really hard because you're in like this different time zone. So
Mm-hmm.
like every time you need to stay up late just to, fix everything and then give some ideas every like in the morning. And also the production is hard because you're not there. You're not in the Philippines. You can't really, check the quality and stuff. But we successfully like did it. So
Yeah, it was really a success. And personally, just to let our audience know, I've also attended the anniversary celebrations of
yeah,
Abacada.
yeah.
So seeing that it's a vibrant Filipino community from the DJ to the bartenders, it's all
Yes.
Filipinos. So it's easier to collaborate or to create this collaborations when you have a personal um connection or
Yeah.
personal relationship with these people. So, yeah, and it's always a fun celebration too. So,
Yes.
and I really, as someone who's been supporting Abacada, and for our audience, this is like their first T-shirt from their first
Yeah.
collection, and you won't see it anymore. It's a
You want
limited
it's limited
edition,
edition. We
a
could put that
vibrant.
on a museum. Avocado
Yeah, for
museum.
sure. We should. We should. So
So yeah.
yeah, so Arvin, so the Abacada's brand ethos is rooted in Filipino culture and heritage. Thus your tagline, para sa kultura. So how do you ensure that this essence remains authentic throughout your brand's journey?
We always put our tagline like para sa cultura, since you could also translate it for the culture and it's the same meaning, not just like for Filipinos, doing everything for your culture, doing everything for your community. I think that's like also the main reason why other businesses are like um doing their own thing. And for us like being remaining authentic, that's like the heart of everything that we do. um we always like understand I've been in the Philippines. I was born in the Philippines, so I know like what if the Filipino culture, the history, and also the tradition. And I think that's what like I always put into work in my design process. And yeah, I think basically it's like we always stay true to our roots and while evolving with ever changing fashion in America. So yeah, basically actively listening to our community, all of those stuff. So I think that's how we are being authentic for our brand.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally agree because I know we also have lines of know your roots and para sa cultura. So it's an expression of your appreciation for your culture and while also sharing it with the Filipino
Yeah.
American
And
community.
yeah, sometimes just being authentic, you're learning more about like the brand because we used to like use the word know your roots, and you can't really use know your roots in bye buying, like you can't use bye buying in English word. So there's this one guy that really like well known about doing bye buying and stuff. I mean, so we learned from that, I think. And then we tried deepen our research or understanding for the Filipino culture. And then that's I think that's how like our brand evolves too. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things, one of the traits of being an entrepreneur is to be resilient.
Yeah.
It's also having the humility to learn from their mistakes and apply it to new ventures.
Yeah.
So before we end this special interview, what advice would you give to aspiring Filipino American entrepreneurs who are looking to start their own businesses?
Okay, so for me, there's no blueprint, but I'll give what I've learned, what I've experienced. I think my advice, like always, like follow your passion and then stay true to your like identity, like be authentic, and also understand the market, understand like this is like the business side, understand entrepreneurship because it's entrepreneur is really not it's not easy. It requires like dedication, willingness to learn from like failures and also learning from your success for sure. And then, you know, do some collaboration with other local artists and then engage with your community and always like prioritize delivering high quality service or products to your customers and also surround yourself with good people. That's like, surround yourself with supportive friends like you support me, you know. Also if you have like if you know somebody that does the same thing and he knows more, learn from him, have a mentor, and then help fellow entrepreneurs, learn from them too, and then share. And then most importantly, just be proud of yourself and proud of what you're doing. And for sure, you're inspire a lot of people and help you in your journey. So yeah,
Yeah, that's a really good
that's a
advice.
lot.
I myself,
That's a
no, but
lot. That's a lot. I was like, okay,
it's good. It's
just be out there.
good.
Just do it. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I personally got inspired too. So after this call, I'm gonna start my own business now.
Yeah, let's go.
So do you also have anything to promote for today?
So we're opening our new store around October. So you could just check our Instagram for like news and stuff. And we're gonna have our new collection this month and stay tuned about that. And yeah, basically that's it.
So we can all find all these information on your Instagram,
On
correct?
all everything's on Instagram. So yep.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Thank
our
you
on
so
our
much. Oh,
website, abakadaco.com.
okay.
abkdco.com.
So thank you so much, Arvin of Abakada, for your time. We hope to see you again soon. Good luck on your future endeavors. And for our other audience members, if you want to have a feature interview with us like this, email us at tayo@isearchpinoy.com or send us a DM on Instagram at iSearchPinoy. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.